In Fairfield County, something new comes across my desk every day. Crimes are committed, cases are solved, and a community is made safe by the hardworking employees of the Fairfield County Sheriff's Office.
Welcome to This Week with Sheriff Dave Phelan, a weekly program on LancasterOhio.tv. We're also carried by a number of radio affiliates here in Lancaster. Do appreciate you, the viewers and listeners that join us each and every week. Our executive producer, Kelly Roberts, behind the scene, takes care of lining the guests up, doing a lot of research and getting some of the great questions together. We're produced or filmed actually at Fairfield Christian Academy. J.T. Burcham and the students take care of putting this program on each and every week. And they've been doing that on radio for probably about 14 years and television about 8. So, wow, how time slips away. Back by popular demand is Amy Kabel. Good to see you back, Amy.
Good to see you too, Sheriff.
Yeah, and it's a great program last week. And for those that may have missed the program, well, first of all, before we even get into that, tell us a little bit about yourself. I know you're an educator in a lot of different things.
Yeah. So I'm actually the founder and CEO of the Hank Kabel Sarcoma Foundation.
Okay.
And I started that foundation when I lost my dog Hank to cancer.
Okay.
And the kind of cancer that he had was something called sarcoma, which is a rare cancer of the connective tissue. It can occur anywhere in the body, whether it be in the soft tissue or in the bones.
Okay.
And so after I lost him is when I started doing research and finding out that 1 in 3 dogs get cancer, and that dogs get sarcoma 5 times more than people, and the second most common, it happens in children.
Now, you've actually gone to different parts of the United States,
Yes.
right? Tell us a little bit about some of your travels.
Yeah, so I've traveled, after I lost him, I was kind of doing that eat, love, pray thing where you're trying to find yourself and your purpose. So I've been to MD Anderson in Houston. I've been to, there was another conference in Florida, Washington, D.C.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, Utah. This past fall, I ended up going to Portugal.
So you did?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So do you get to share at some of these conferences?
I met a doctor at the last conference in Portugal who has invited me to come and be a speaker at the University of Pennsylvania this fall.
How wonderful.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's just been amazing because not only have I learned about sarcoma on the human side, but also I've been able to educate people about dogs and cancer because in Portugal, when I went last fall, I was having breakfast with a doctor from the Netherlands, and I was telling him all about Hank and the foundation, and he said, "You treat dogs with cancer in America?" I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Well, you taught me something today," and I thought, did we not all just do this? Does the world not fight cancer in dogs? But I guess it is more of something, we care more about our dogs in the United States, so.
Now, someone that would have a dog, what would be some of the warning signs?
So with Hank, I remember one day we were walking and he tried to urinate and he wasn't able to. But at the time I didn't think much about it, and as we walked on he did.
Okay.
So troubles going to the bathroom. And then really that was the only sign we saw. We thought it was a bladder infection.
Right.
And then as time went on, he wouldn't eat his treats.
Right.
And when that happened, we knew something was wrong because he loved his food. He loved his treats. So that's when we took him into the doctor, and they said, no, it's not a bladder infection. It's a tumor the size of a grapefruit that had been growing. And I had taken him for his wellness check back in August the year before. They hadn't found anything. They gave him a clean bill of health.
Right.
And just in that short a period of time from August until February of the next year, it had grown the size of a grapefruit.
Is that a fast-growing tumor?
Yeah, sarcoma is not only fast-growing but deadly.
Does it affect like cats and other animals?
Yep. Yes, my friend, her cat had fibrosarcoma, and actually her doctor thought it might be due to the vaccinations in the neck because that's where the tumor grew from.
Okay.
So her vet actually told her that a lot of times when they're doing vaccinations that they'll start doing them in the leg. That way, if they do develop a tumor, they can just amputate the leg. But in the neck, with all the vessels and everything, it's just too difficult.
And so how old was Hank?
Hank was, when he was diagnosed, it was right before his 7th birthday, and I ended up losing him when he was 8 and a half.
Yeah. And, you know, I think that pets are unique,
Yes.
and and it's really hard when people lose them, more so
Yes,
than a lot of people think.
definitely.
You know, so it's a tough thing to go through, and I know it was hard on you.
Yes, it was so hard. Like after I lost him, I'm a pretty happy person, and I
Yeah.
was pretty depressed.
Right.
And that's why I was like, what can I do to make a difference? You know, instead of just sitting here sad, you know,
Right.
what can I do to help other animals and people who have
Right.
sarcoma?
Yeah, so through the treatment or through the research with animals, this could go on to help people.
Oh, it does.
Transcend over to that.
Yeah, and it saves a lot of money because they can find, you know, again, if it works in the mouse model and then it works in the dog model, then it goes ahead onto the human side. But if it doesn't help dogs, they don't, you know, they don't waste the money and try it in humans because they know it's not going to work.
Right, right. Now, last week we talked a little bit about a race coming up, so
Yeah.
let's share about that.
Yep. So it's a 5K, and not only is the race for people, but it's also for dogs because that's why we're doing this. It's for
Yeah.
canine cancer. And if you drive down 33 coming from Columbus, right after Giant Eagle before the mall, we have a huge billboard.
No way.
You'll see Hank's face up.
Oh,
Yep.
wow.
And there's a picture of him talking about the race that's coming up. And again, it's a 5K for dogs too, because a lot of people will call me and say, can I bring my dog? I said, of course, that's what it's for. It's for canine cancer, so please bring your dog. And we have a Facebook page, and again, it's under the Hank Kabel Sarcoma Foundation.
And that's Kabel,
Right,
a little
it's like
different.
label, but with a K.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, and you'll be there, and lots of people, lots of
Definitely.
dogs and everything?
Yeah, and we're going to have different people there that day. Like we're going to have the Lancaster Fire Department. We're going to have the Sheriff's Office. Yeah,
Nice.
Carr and Deputy Malloy's going to be there.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Chris and Lily. And
Nice.
we're going to have our SWAT vehicle and the fire trucks.
Wow.
So it's going to be a fun day.
So that's, I mean, if you just want to come out and support it, you don't even have to be involved. You can go and
Right.
meet the firemen or
Yeah.
sit in the SWAT truck.
Yeah,
all
and
those
some
kind of fun
people
things.
say, I can't walk or I can't run. Well, you don't have to walk or run. You can just come and you can spend the day doing that, visiting different people. We have raffle baskets, like silent auction items you can bid on. We're going to have food trucks. So, the race is in the morning at 9, but it's going to continue out the whole day until 5 o'clock that night
Right,
with
right.
all different events and speakers.
Now, last year, you approached the sheriff's office,
Mm-hmm.
Kelly and myself, about a calendar.
Yep.
And so let's talk about the calendar we did last year with the Fairfield
Yeah.
County Sheriff's Office, because it
Yeah.
was we bought I think maybe 7 or something,
Oh,
and
yeah.
we gave them out as Christmas presents
Yes.
to my kids and grandkids.
They're awesome Christmas gifts. So I'm just so appreciative to Kelly Roberts, which is Sheriff Phelan's secretary, because I called her one day out of the blue and I just told her my idea. I said, I would love to do a calendar in honor of my dog to bring awareness. And he loved all the deputies. We used to go to the bank every Saturday and the deputies would be there on duty and Hank would play with
Now,
them.
there's a picture of Hank in the cruiser, isn't there?
Yes.
That's
And
hilarious.
it was so funny. And the one day we had come out and Deputy Reed had just gotten off duty and he said, what's going on? I said, Hank won't listen to me. He won't get out of the car. And he goes, oh, I'll take care of it. And he came over, he goes, Hank, you need to move. And Hank wouldn't listen to him either. But I got a really cute shot and Hank, as Deputy Reed was trying to talk to him, Hank put his paw up on him.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm listening, like that. And I sent it to Channel 4 and they actually put it on the air and they
Oh.
titled it License and Registration, Sir.
That's hilarious.
But that's what originally gave me the idea because he just loved all you guys. And I just know how much you give back to the community. And so that's what I told Kelly. And she goes, you know what? She goes, we all love dogs. Let me talk to the sheriff.
Yeah.
And then when she called me, it was just like a dream come true. And we spent the year going through the different seasons, trying to, showcase fall and winter and spring
Christmas.
and summer. Yep. And you were Christmas.
I'm Christmas with
Yep.
a Santa Claus hat on.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes, you were.
Yeah. And so now this year, you have a whole different group?
Yeah, so this year we're doing the calendar with the Lancaster Fire Department.
Wow.
And they have been awesome to work with, just like all of you. And we just wrapped up all our photo shoots and turned in our calendar, all the deadline stuff to the calendar company end of May.
Okay.
So the good news is this year, instead of having to wait till the end of August, which we sold at the Sweet Corn Festival, we'll have those calendars available at Hank's 5K walk in July on the 15th.
Right, and also be available at the sheriff's office events,
Yes.
right? We'll be
Yep.
there out the fairgrounds and those kind of things.
Yes, definitely. And on our website as well.
So Last year was the sheriff's office. This year is the fire department. So
Yeah.
have you been thinking ahead?
Yes, I am. I've already started hitting up the police department.
Oh, boy.
I haven't heard back yet, but
Okay.
I'm trying to network and
Well,
see who I can.
What's kind of nice now is you've got a couple calendars to show them,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Where
And
you-
that's what businesses love and people love. If you can show them, hey, this is what we've done in the past,
Right.
and these are the people that did ads in it, you know, and it's only $100 to do an ad in the calendar, which is pretty cheap advertising.
It really is, especially
Yeah.
it reaches a number of people, and then we
Yeah.
try to feature it, and we'll probably have you back next year
That
and
would
to
be
show
awesome.
show that calendar and
Yeah,
everything.
and not only do we feature the pictures of the firemen or the deputies in the calendar, but we have information in the calendar about cancer, not just about canine cancer, but also cancer in humans. And this upcoming year, one of the things we're going to feature in the calendar is how firemen are predisposed to cancer with their jobs.
Yeah, that's what you were telling me before airtime.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
So 1 in 12 firefighters in Columbus are actually fighting cancer right now due to their job.
Really?
Yeah, they're exposed, you know, to the asbestos and all the different pollutants that they get from fighting fires.
So having a son-in-law as a Columbus firefighter, that's certainly
Yeah.
an area of concern.
It is,
It really is.
yeah.
Okay, so we got a couple minutes left. Let's kind of recap a little bit. First of all, to tell a little bit, race coming up.
Yep. So July 15th,
And how do they register?
and they register at the Hank Kabel Sarcoma Foundation, and that's KABEL. Again, it's a 5K, and it's for dogs too, so bring your dogs along, not just for people. You can follow us on Facebook, again, at the Hank Kabel Sarcoma Foundation. We try to post all, you know, the things about the calendar, different events that we're doing, and we pretty much post a lot. So if you want to follow us on Facebook, you can really get a good idea of what we're doing and working on at the time.
Well, we appreciate you. Also, if you missed last week's program, you are a member of our Community Watch
Yes.
group
Yes, I love that.
and does an extension of the eyes and ears for the folks that may
Yeah.
not know about that. It's a volunteer program. We have about 80 to 90 strong.
Yes.
Been in operation for 9 years. And we have some original members too.
Yes.
That joined that are still with us
Yeah.
9 years later.
Yeah.
So it's been a great program.
And they've been so good for the incoming people like me that are new. They're just so kind and helpful, and
Right.
they use their knowledge of, you know, what, you know, has worked with them over the years to try to make, you know, our lives easier and make us stronger community watch citizens as well.
And some of the things they do, they help people if they're locked out of their cars.
Yes.
They-
I've already had my official lockout, and
Did
I
you
was
wor- did it work?
successful. Yep.
Good.
But then when we were done, our car wouldn't start.
Oh, no, that's not good.
So we had to have them jump us, which
Yeah,
was pretty funny.
that is
So they
hilarious.
helped us and we helped them.
Well, thank you for being with us, Amy.
Thank you so much.
Well, we're just about out of time. Do appreciate you, the viewers and listeners that join us each and every week. I mentioned last week, summertime, if you're going on vacation, make sure you call the sheriff's office. We will do a watch on your home. We call it a vacation watch. We'll be coming around as often as we can. And then once you return, we'll be sending you a letter indicating the times, the dates we were there, and anything we may have found. It's a great layer of protection and sense of security while you're on vacation. Well, again, I appreciate J.T. Burcham, the Fairfield Christian Academy, puts this program on. Behind the scenes, Kelly Roberts, our executive producer. And again, thank you to Amy coming here
Thank you for
2
having
weeks.
us.
And we'll see you when the calendar comes out
Yes.
for the firefighters.
Yep, July 15th.
Until next week, same time, same place. God bless, and we'll see you right here.